Alright, finally get to start the video here. Okay, so this video is going to take off exactly where we left off in the last riding vlog. Not even vlog, but ride along video. So we're just leaving the crit race here, or the crit track. Just found out that Mayweather beat Conor McGregor, which I expected because he's a boxer, but that's besides the point. So this guy didn't know what he was doing in his car, didn't know where he was going, he was a little lost. Oh well. Of course he left me in the dust because he's a car. So we're just heading here through the Spirit Park, International or Regional Spirit Park. Just did a super long day at work and was enjoying my day off here in this video. So one thing I definitely wanted to touch base on and just give you something to watch here was I told my friend, who was actually shocked when I told her the news. And it's not even really news, but it's news for people that don't know what's going on in the world. And basically I explained how milk was created, and she was surprised and said she would never drink milk again, which I doubt, but it's a good start anyway, planting seeds. But basically I just explained to her how cows are, first of all, somebody's job is to literally masturbate a bull and collect the semen from the bull, and then they stick their hand inside of a cow's vagina and artificially inseminate it, which in turn impregnates the cow. Once the cow has a baby, they take away the babies from all the mothers, and typically they leave one in a cage real close by so that it continues mooing so that the mother keeps producing milk, which they basically put all the cows typically in a circle and hook machines up to their udders where they constantly are sucking milk out of these cows while the baby sits and cries and moos in a small cage until it dies. Then it is thrown away or given to slaughter for things like dog and cat food, or things like beef stock, or all sorts of different byproducts. Then the other babies who didn't get to sit in a cage and starve to death get sent to the veal industry, which is a whole nother industry in itself, where they basically feed us baby cows as a delicacy, and they charge extra for it, even though it's actually a waste because they have nothing. They just impregnate cows so that they can get their milk, and they got this byproduct, which is a baby cow, and they basically sell it for even more than they sell the full-grown cows for. So it's like a win-win situation for the meat and dairy industry. And that's pretty much how milk is made, and that's how ice cream is made, and yogurt and sour cream. And I was surprised to hear that she didn't know this, but a lot of people obviously don't know this, so I wanted to just throw a little video out there about that. And during this video, because I can kind of do like a 2-in-1 special here, so that's how milk's made. Anyway, we're back to the Spirit Park. We're cutting through the middle of it here on this road. That's going to spit us out into a residential area after this. So this was like a UBC loop, typical loop, not typical, kind of jumped off a little early. Most people go along the ocean side, but I wanted to show Jerry where this was at and show him a little bit through the wilderness here and how these roads wind all through this giant park. Basically goes from one side of the peninsula to the other side. So it's like beach to beach. I've done gravel grinding videos on stuff like this, and I plan to do many more. I haven't even scratched the surface of the amount of trails in the Spirit Provincial Park. Now, one thing I don't know is if there's any mountain biking trails in here besides the double wide tracks that I rode on that bike you just saw me on. But I want to find out, and I'm hoping there is some single track as well hidden in these amazing woods, because it's super simple to get out here. If you were on a mountain bike and you didn't want to ride all the way out, you could definitely hop on a bus and get here quick, fast, and in a hurry. Or you could at least take the train closer to downtown and then kind of do a little bit of urban riding on your way out to this giant regional park. So this park is also sectioned off into different trails for hikers and dog walkers, as well as hikers and cyclists. So if everyone's following the rules, there shouldn't be any dog to bike crossovers, which is a good thing for both dogs and bikes, causing less accidents. And there's got to be close, I don't know if I'd say 100 square miles or kilometers, but it's definitely getting up there. So here we are, we're exiting into a nice neighborhood here. We went by a couple things, like very nice schools. This clip's gonna cut here, but private schools, like just amazing schools. Like I would love to send my kids to those schools. Maybe not, because I want to teach my kids things that schools don't teach kids. But I suppose I could do that on the side of the school. But then my kid would probably get in trouble because he'd speak his mind out in class, kind of like I did. And anyway, so now I'm just fixing up my glasses real quick because they had a shit ton of sweat on them. So this is one of the roughest roads. Not the roughest, but one definitely rough road. This is King Edward Boulevard. I believe it's Boulevard. I'm not sure, but it's King Edward. Way out west, almost at the very end of King Edward. Concrete is very brutal. It's not asphalt, it's actually chunks of concrete, which is why it falls apart, and then they try to patch it with the asphalt. So pretty much every section here is just really lumpy and falling apart, where they put pavement on top of the concrete. And as soon as we zip out of there, I wish I had the time to pull out my cell phone and give you a clip. You can kind of see it to the left here, but beautiful view of the downtown core and the mountains behind it. These people on the right, as you can see, they build really high houses here with rooftop patios, talking $10-20 million houses here, and just amazing views. I could only imagine all the different mornings and nights, sunsets, everything that these people must see from their houses. It's probably better than living downtown, and just as expensive. And here we're kind of climbing out from what we just came down. Gonna get past here by a nice little gray, I think it was like an old Fiat or something like that, but nicely redone, kind of older car. Not that one. Nice little, there it is. Nice little climb here though, just taking it easy. Put about in the last video a good 20 minute effort, solid effort. Like, you know, I would say 85-90%, maybe not quite 90, 85% effort for a good 20 minutes. And now just kind of enjoying the rest of the ride here as a nice little cruise. I'm kind of addicted to going uphill, so pretty much no matter what, unless I'm totally gassed, I like to get up the hill as fast as possible. There's that car again. Whew. Something I've totally been addicted to ever since getting on a bike for the first time, really. Then I was talking about this motorhome here because I'm going to be looking at purchasing a motorhome possibly in the near future. Then we're just cruising through here. We just passed Canuck Place, which we're talking like, again, these are like stupid huge mansions. But some of them are almost 100 years old or older than 100 years old, some of them, but they're like mansions. They would have had like maids' quarters. Some of them have guest houses. This one on the left, we didn't get a clip of it, but it was just like, again, beautiful monster house, and they're actually knocking it down to build something bigger and better. But what happens is a lot of people from other countries come here and they purchase these huge houses because they have, millions of dollars in their country. So they come here and they buy these places and they sit empty for like 5, 10, 15 years. And that completely destroys a house, not having anyone living in it, possibly the heat off, things freezing and being damp, the windows never being open, things mold, rot, discolor, fall apart. And then eventually they'll either sell it off because anywhere in this city, this close to the water, never goes down in value as the economy rises all over the planet for the most part. Even if we get some downs, it's still always on the way up. And then it's funny, right across, that was that was Oak Street. And you're into multi-family duplex, kind of like lower income housing. But you're still talking, for half a duplex like the ones on the left, you're still probably talking at least $2,000 a month or more. So that'd be considered low income in this neighborhood. And we're just headed to the bike shop. We're just gonna grab a quick coffee. Just kind of showing Jerry the local spots and where I used to live, because I used to live right here down the street, if you guys remember that. So we just stopped in for a coffee. Can't remember what else we were doing there. I was looking at something. But we just thought we'd get a coffee on the way home, fill up the water bottles, and head straight home after this. So there's a little GoPro footage off of Jerry's GoPro handlebar mount. If you guys like videos like this, please let me know, and I'll do my best to make something similar, or I can talk about different things besides how milk is made, or we can just talk about, life or single topics, and we can just use cycling as a background. So let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.